Hello, everyone.
Welcome.
Welcome to the Office, guys. And my name is Shafiq,
I am Chris.
and we're gonna talk about The Office. So,
The first two episodes of The Office.
this is our first episode.
Yep.
And the first episode is called The Pilot.
Just pilot.
Yep.
It's
And-
directed by Ken Klopis and written by Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Greg Daniels.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh.
Anyway, so really, they didn't really change from the UK version. They really,
Yeah, only the
Replicated.
pilot. Yeah, they replicated it.
I think they kind of replicated, but yeah.
You haven't seen the original though, right?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, me
Have
neither.
you?
No.
I really did want to watch it, but
I've seen like clips from it, like on YouTube, but then I was like,
they were really similar.
Yeah.
I've seen like the similar and the differences, but they only diverged from the UK version after the first season.
Yeah, after,
I mean
yeah.
the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like the second season came and it was like a big hit.
It was
I
a
think
big
it was a hit. Yeah.
Ever since the first episode came out from The Office, people hated
Yeah, that's true.
the US version because it was really foreign
Yeah.
for American watchers because they were used to the Friends, right?
Yeah.
And-
Friends, oh, it's a good one. We should talk about that soon.
We should. So they weren't ready for the satirical and dark humor or racist humor.
Racist humor.
Especially the comments made by Michael Scott, the regional manager
Oh my.
of Dunder Mifflin.
Yeah.
Dunder Mifflin being the main company where all these workers work at. It's the important name you get. All right.
So basically, this came out in 2005, right? It's 2005 to
2005.
2013.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like 8 years.
Yep. And it begins with Michael talking with Jem, and he's trying to act as this awesome boss. He's
Yeah.
like the best boss there is, right?
Now, I feel like the dialogue and the comedy, it's a very different thing. Like, if
Right.
you compare it with the later seasons, it's a little different.
Right.
You know?
It
Yeah.
feels awkward to be
Yeah,
honest.
it does,
It's
yeah.
It feels quiet, because they try to pause in some moments for us to feel that awkwardness.
Yeah,
right?
so it's very cringe humor, Yeah.
Right. And this is why the American watchers, they didn't really get used to it. And
Yeah.
that's why they hated it. And also they're like, oh, US copycats. Oh, they're trying to make the UK version. No.
Yeah, and also Michael's humor is a bit mean-spirited. You know the scene where he throws the paper and
Right.
Pam is like, her face is like, it's very dark.
She was shocked.
Yeah.
Well, more like she's done with Michael's. Like this is what I liked about this episode because it feels like the characters are already established, right? It's
Yeah,
not
they
like
feel real.
right.
Yeah.
It feels like they were already working there for years under Michael.
Exactly.
And all his nonsense, they're just dealing with it.
Man, these poor people. Oh, man.
But to be honest, if he was my boss, I think I'd have a love-hate relationship with the
Yeah, it would be fun,
boss,
though. Yeah.
right? I wouldn't be really offended with his jokes. Well, of course, we live in the modern society.
Oh,
where
yeah.
we get more used to all these jokes. But
Yeah.
back then, I don't think people are used to it. So anyway, the context of this is basically introducing the main characters.
So who we got? Main characters.
Michael Scott, of course, the boss.
Played by Steve Carell.
Jim,
John Krasinski.
Pam,
Jenna Fisher.
right? Ryan,
BJ Novak.
and last but not least, Dwight.
Rainn Wilson.
Right, those are the main characters in this episode. The others is more like a sporting cast, like Angela, which is Angela Kinsley.
Yeah, Kinsey, yeah.
Kinsey?
Kinsey.
What's her name in the?
Angela Martin.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They have a similar first name.
And then Phyllis.
Phyllis.
Phyllis is the same name, yeah.
Same as well.
And Creed.
Creed, right? Creed wasn't really he didn't have lines, but I
Yeah,
think
he
we
did
see
it,
him,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then we also have Stanley.
Oh, I love Stanley.
Hudson.
He's such a mood.
Right? He didn't have that mood yet in that episode.
Yeah.
But later on, he's done with Michael.
I can't wait for that Did I Stutter episode.
Did I
love
stutter?
that one.
All right, that spoiler alert. That will be in the future episodes. Anyway, yeah, we can see that Michael is portrayed as a kind of a bad boss, as seen as his slick back hair. Of course, this will change in the later episodes.
Yeah, I
His
hated
hair,
that hairstyle though.
right?
It's so like, I don't know how to explain it. It's very
Like kind of almost look like he's balding, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it does, yeah.
Like he doesn't have a full head of hair. Kind of far from
Yeah,
chubby.
yeah, yeah. And then they changed it in season 2. So.
Right. He looked more fit in the later episodes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Right now, he's seen as that. He's trying to kind of portray who's that boss, David Brent, in the UK version.
Oh yeah, Ricky Gervais. Yeah.
He's trying to look like him, but yeah. And especially the relationship between Jim and Dwight is already portrayed.
Oh,
that,
Jim and
right?
Dwight. Yeah,
they already have
rivalry.
this rivalry and enemy friendship.
Yeah, it's
like
still
that.
a friendship though. Yeah.
Yeah, a friendship, like a frenemies.
Yeah, frenemies.
Between neighbors. We can see them like fighting between the borders between their tables, right?
I feel like their relationship is very like their friendship isn't artificial. It's very it's natural.
Right.
It's like friends, Yeah.
It feels like they've been together for a long time. Jim is like just trying to deal with the nonsense of Dwight, right?
Yeah, I think they established the character of Jim very well in that episode.
Right. It's just that.
Yeah, a sarcastic kind of like a witty guy.
Yeah.
Just an everyday guy.
Like a normal guy, like
Yeah.
he's trying to deal with his day, he's trying to live life, and his obstacle is of course Dwight, his neighbor, his table neighbor. Right?
There are some TV shows and movies that I'm just watching it, and I think like there's no other actor that can portray this character as well as this person does.
Yeah,
it's Rainn Wilson.
There's
It's
this
like
chemistry between characters, right? They feel natural. Like even if they're talking with the supporting characters like Angela or Phyllis, they feel natural. It's not like, oh, I just met this person. No, it felt like they actually have this very long relationship.
I feel like the casting, they did a good job.
They
with
did
the
a
casting,
good job.
Yeah.
And speaking of casting, Phyllis was a casting
director,
agent,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they were trying to figure out who would work as Phyllis. And yeah,
Perfect.
It was anyway. So yeah, that was the first episode.
Oh yeah, then we had in the first episode there was kind of a hint at Jim and Pam's love story.
Oh, that began the spark.
Yeah,
right?
that spark. Yeah,
they were talking, and of course, spoiler alert.
I mean, these people probably would have already watched The Office, though.
That's true. They didn't establish that she has a boyfriend, which would be a shock to us watchers, right?
Right.
Well, it's going to be awkward in the future.
It
but
would, yeah.
Trying to begin this relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember, I think I've seen the comparison between the UK version and the US version. The UK version ended with the two main characters. Well, the Jim version of the UK and the Pam version of the UK were they stayed together, and that was the end of it. Right? And that's what the pilot was trying to do. They're trying to start this spark between Jim and Pam. And yeah.
I mean, I think compared to the other episodes, it's a bit slow.
It's slow.
It's not as funny as the other episodes,
Right.
I think. Yeah, just in general, season 1, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. I think that's why many people almost stray away from The Office. It was a failing.
Yeah, you see, I watched the first season in a day, I remember, and then I just stopped watching it, and I was like, and then you told me about it again. Yeah.
And I was in your shoes. I almost didn't want to watch The Office because of the first season. So I understand what the first viewers did react to when it first aired.
Yeah. But then the second season hits, and then you get addicted to it, and it's,
Did you know? Well, did you know the first episode of season 2 was supposed to be the ending of The Office?
Oh yeah, I saw. Yeah, I heard. Yeah.
Okay, so you want to talk about the second episode, or
second episode,
or do you have anything else about the pilot?
Ryan.
Ryan. He was introduced in episode 1 of course, right?
Because he's like kind of the normal guy, as it seems in the first episode.
Right. Normal.
Yeah.
He's going to be destroyed by the family of The Office.
Man, but at that time, he seemed like very innocent. Remember the scene where Michael fake fires Pam while Ryan is watching?
Ryan was feeling uncomfortable. He was there. He was just he's like us, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, he became a broken man in the future. This broken.
We'll
character.
get to that soon.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Okay, second episode. This is Diversity Day.
And it's one of my favorite episodes. And speaking of Ryan, he was the writer of this
BJ Novak. He's very talented.
Yes, very talented. And he was 25 when he wrote this.
It's like 24, 25, yeah.
Between, I don't know, around there. He was pretty young.
He also graduated from Harvard, so.
Right? He was a young aspiring writer.
So the writing stuff was mainly the actors. So Paul Lieberstein, Mindy Kaling, BJ Novak, Michael Schur,
Paul
Lieberstein, who plays Toby.
All right. And it was the first episode that diverged from the UK version.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, it was.
They didn't follow the UK version. I think
that was good though.
They made a great decision here.
Right.
And so this episode, it basically celebrates about Diversity Day. It's supposed to be conducted by this guy from Dunder Mifflin Corporate. But of course, Michael Scott, being the person he is, tries to take over.
Yeah, doing the Chris Rock impression.
That was hilarious.
Oh, man.
I didn't really know who he is, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, yeah.
Yeah, but he's him trying to... Steve Carell acting as Michael Scott, acting as as that guy, Steve Rock, is hilarious because he's trying to act right.
Yeah.
While acting, which is funny.
But the writing of this episode is really great, though. There's a scene where Michael was like saying to Kelly, who appears first in this episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's like, like, I forgot what he says, but he says something offensive to Kelly. Right. And Kelly slaps Michael.
Oh!
And everybody goes silent.
It was during that postcard scene.
Yeah, that scene.
So it was the postcard scene where everyone were assigned to a race or something, and we were supposed to act according to that race. That was a bad idea from Michael. It's
a perfect example of using satire to kind of bring this problem of racism, I think.
Right.
Yeah. But then this episode got cut off by Comedy Central.
Right. Really?
Yeah. Like they took it off.
Was it brought back?
No, it wasn't.
I think it was brought back to in digital release.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Because it was quite recent. They took it off.
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
I think it's too too racist.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like cancel culture nowadays and stuff. You know?
Right, cancel culture is a little bit toxic in my opinion.
It's a bit, yeah.
I think some people are too offended.
Yeah,
even not being that part of minority, right?
Yeah.
We're trying to speak this voice of someone who we aren't, and I think that's just ruining some media.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of this, I love that scene that you just talked about. Speaking of that scene, it was mentioned that Minnie Kaling kept laughing. She couldn't keep a straight face when Steve Carell was doing that scene. She kept laughing and laughing. It reminds me of the first episode where Steve Carell was fake firing Pam, and Pam couldn't stop laughing. And this Steve Carell, his power is to make people laugh.
He's such a great actor as well, man.
Not only does he make us laugh, he also makes his fellow actors laugh.
Yeah, and there are later scenes in the scene where he keeps laughing, and you really feel that genuine emotion in later scenes. Yeah,
Steve Carell has this natural fake laugh, right?
Yeah.
He always said that he didn't actually laugh, but it was that his fake laugh seems genuine. That shows he's being a great actor. And everyone is in the conference room. Michael was talking. He was using Oscar as an example, which is really funny. Like he thinks his office is really diverse when really he has only Oscar and Stanley, I think.
Yeah. That shows his kind of dimwitness, like his ignorance, But I don't think he knows he's ignorant.
No.
Yeah.
He doesn't think he's ignorant. Yeah. He's trying to be that boss who's doing the right thing, but really he's making the situation worse.
In a way, I feel bad for him,
Right. He doesn't really know what he's doing.
Exactly.
Right. And the reason that guy from corporate even came in was because of Michael Scott's action, right? They're celebrating Diversity Day because Michael was being racist towards his colleagues. Actually, his employees, not his colleagues. Oh yeah, speaking of colleagues, he's trying to establish this friendship between his his employees when really they just want to work, right? He's trying to be friends with these people. It's really fun. That will be later on episode 3, healthcare, but we would be talking about.
I think episode 2, it shows all the characters very well. It shows Angela's personality, and then you got Kevin there.
Kevin, yeah.
Yeah. I love Kevin. Kevin's a great character.
Kevin is that character that, even though he's in the background, he's really a great character.
He's like a bear, you just want to hug him.
Huggable, right? And that's why, that's the thing about The Office. It makes us care about the background characters. And they really actually have important roles in the future. But yeah,
at least for me though, like in terms of season 1, I didn't really care about these characters.
Right.
But like going into season 2 and you watch more of these, characters,
I think season 1 was kind of this, almost the destruction of The Office. Many people hated that whole season. Every time they aired a show, like an episode of season 1, they thought that they're gonna get cancelled.
Right.
And for the actors, they were like, this is my last gig of The Office. Every time, and speaking of the first season, they never really recorded in the order.
Did. Yeah.
The way they aired it wasn't the same order as when they filmed it, right? Because in the episode 3, which I will also talk in the next episode, is healthcare. That was actually the final episode.
Yeah,
the final episode in which they filmed. But it's aired in as the third episode.
Yeah, third, yeah.
So, yeah. I think that was a fruitful discussion.
That was great,
right?
yes.
So, see you guys next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone. All right, see ya.